trusted audience members, I have discovered a deception. Shall we look at my team? This is Heaton, or however it's supposed to be pronounced. It's named after a viewer. My Marowak, which was caught on Route 110. This is my Curlia, caught Route 104. This is my Shroomish, caught Route 110. David K. was an illegal capture. He deceived me into thinking I could catch him. Or she, because it's fucking girl Shroomish. I have been deceived. I added a Pokemon to my team who was illegal because it deceived me into thinking the part of Route 110 under the bridge was a different part than like by the bike house, like that you can get before you deal with Team Aqua. The point is, I cannot let this deception go unabated. I have weakened David for execution, and now it is time for execution. Goodbye, David. Burn in hell for your crimes. And now I will kill your killer as, I don't know, making things right, like an honor to you with my Gisterondo. And hey, don't get too much experience. The point is, no Shroomish. Shroomish off my team because I made a mistake. I actually learned it because I use this website. It's called Nuzlocke Tracker. Or more accurately, I used this website called Nuzlocke Tracker. Maybe I should use you. Water would be good against the next gym. I don't know. I'll see what I get. Maybe I'll get Power Water type. I used it, and website went down. Well, not down. It's accessible, but it has an issue where there aren't sprites for any of the Pokemon, which makes using it really tedious and inconvenient because you can't do it at a glance. But someone forked it, made a new version of it that works. So I switched to the new version that still works, and I transferred over just all the data. I had to copy paste, like I got this Pokemon on this route, and that's how I realized it. And the point is, the other thing as we start this is, you know how I caught a Delcatty last time? And I was like, ugh, Delcatty is one of the worst Generation 3 Pokemon. Was the use of this Pokemon? Well, turns out a lot of use because the Delcatty was holding a Thunderstone, which means I can evolve my Eevee into a Jolteon, and that's on my team now as well. God, do I have any TMs? Because, like, I looked it up, and, okay, good, I can do Dizzy Punch. You don't learn any good physical moves for, like, forever. Like, and, like, I want to do that Pure Power Crocodile. It's so good, so I'm teaching Dizzy Punch. And the point is, my team is finally coming together now that I've got these new Pokemon. What TM do you... Oh, wait, you're not the TM guy. You're a Fisherman guy, who I'm going to take out with my Pure Power Dizzy Punch, which does so much fucking damage to you, Nolan. Zap Cannon, that's interesting. I mean, Zap Cannon kind of sucks as a move, but it's cool to have it as an option, and that... You're all alone, because the Fisherman was looking the wrong way, young lady, who... Like, all the, like, map sprites for trainers look so much older. Like, the map sprite for the camper trainers looks like she's 40. Like, am I crazy? Well, I can't, like, turn her around, but you know what I mean. Go look up the sprite. I can turn this one around. I can turn this one around to show I'm not crazy. Hold on. Yes, just take out these Pokemon, and then I can flip around the trainer sprite. So how is it going, everyone? See, that doesn't look like a little girl. That looks like a middle-aged woman with a haircut that does not work for her. So how's my week? Well, I've been covering, like, the county fair, because that comes every year, and it's a lot of stuff to cover. I had to go to a rodeo, and I hate rodeos so much because there is no one more self-righteous and sniffing their own farts than fucking rodeo announcers just like, we're going to start this with a prayer, which we can do here. Can't do this in most of the country. And no one, you're not allowed to pray anywhere but at rodeos. And also, we're going to sing the Pledge of Allegiance to thank the soldiers. Everyone hates soldiers. When I think of things that are not popular in the United States, it is the military. No one respects soldiers except for you people here in Sydney, Iowa. You're at this rodeo. Shut the fuck up, you self-righteous tool. I'll grab some Parazim berries. But yeah, just covering a bunch of rodeo events, a bunch of fair events. I don't want a low TED. Why am I getting so many grass types, and why are so many of them bad? Whatever, I'll just catch it, because, I can throw it. Maybe it has a good item or ability. I gotta be more open-minded. Speaking of the fair, I did actually, this is amusing, at the fair, there is this guy, there was a magician doing a magic show for the kids. I snapped a few photos, and his trick was, he has this bowl full of slips of paper, and they have all the countries in the world written on them, and he's like, ooh, kid, pick a random one out of it, and I will guess what you've picked. It wasn't a very good trick. But anyway, sorry, getting distracted. One of the slips that the kid pulled out was South Sudan, and I'm like, wow, this is really, I've never seen magician take a hard stance on such a controversial topic as the Sudanese civil war. And should South Sudan be independent? According to this magician, yes. Anyway, that comment is like, on my Captain America video, I said I had another Homestuck character analysis, but I didn't say what, and they're guessing, ooh, is it Jade or Dirk or Roxy? It's not Dirk. I've already done Dirk. I'm not doing Dirk again. Is it Jade or Roxy? You're in the right ballpark with those two characters. I'm not saying what the character is, but I've been rereading the character I've chosen's parts of Homestuck in preparation, and I think I can get a good video out of this character. I'm trying to get this video done in advance, because then I will not have to rush to get it done, because I'm going to be working on the other big video, the multi-hour video on Jeff Epstein that I'm making that video. Really wish this wasn't in the news right now. Really wish the story would sit still and stop having new details and new scandals and new things for me to talk about. It's really frustrating when you're writing a video on a topic and now you have to write more about the topic, and there's things that are going on. Like, what the fuck do you mean there's a missing minute? There's a missing minute? What the fuck do you mean? What do you mean it's 3? Like, shut up. Just give me all of the information right now, so I don't have to read anything else, or don't give me information at all. Like, please stop being corrupt and incompetent and creating scandals. And I do think, should I go on a rant about the left? I do think I'm starting to get frustrated with all this, with the online left, because, oh god, the online left is becoming very, very conspiratorial. With admittedly good reason. There's a lot of sus stuff about Epstein that you should take a closer look at and be a little suspicious of. That doesn't mean any particular conclusion is correct just because you should be suspicious. You should actually evaluate the evidence and different possibilities and try to make sure it actually works out. But it's fine that people are being suspicious, but I do feel like the left is becoming so conspiratorial just because, you see our government. Our government's fucking awful. You can't trust anything they say, but that is metastasizing into anything you say about them, or anything they say can be dismissed out of hand and I'm phrasing this wrong. The left is becoming really conspiratorial, and it's worrying me, because no one trusts Trump. People especially don't trust him because of this Epstein stuff, although, we already knew all this shit. We knew this shit years ago. This isn't oh wow, Trump was friends with Epstein and has been accused of raping girls? Yeah, we knew that in 2016. Why are you acting surprised by this? But I've seen so much this week. I've seen so many conspiracies about the Trump assassination last year, about being faked, and no, it fucking wasn't. That's a dumb fucking conspiracy theory. I can understand distrusting Trump and being suspicious of things that he says, but also I don't think that Donald Trump paid a 22-year-old who got kicked off his shooting team for being fucking bad at shooting. I don't think he paid that kid to take a shot at him and miss by centimeters. Because, to be clear, the guns were real. The firefighter standing next to Trump got shot to death. It was a real gun. And I don't, that's Russian characters, and I don't have that alphabet, so I'm just gonna name M, because that kind of looks like that. Blame Nintendo for not having those characters. Like, no, I don't think that Donald Trump paid a guy to shoot at him and barely miss. Because, like, what? 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 Like, and yes, don't trust anything Trump says. The man is very untrustworthy. But that doesn't mean that any conspiracy, any claim against him should be believed out of hand. Like, sometimes Trump tells the truth. Like, whether or not something's true or not has no bearing on whether or not Trump says it. But don't just go, well, it's untrue because Trump said it was true. Don't be fucking bizarro in believing everything fucking Trump. Like, no, Donald Trump didn't pay someone to try and kill him, because he's not a fucking dipshit. Like, he's a dipshit, but he's not that fucking stupid, because no one is that stupid. He's not Ozymandias. He's not like, well, I'm fine because I can't catch a bullet. He didn't pay someone to shoot him. And also, I'm starting to see a lot of very familiar, from what we saw in 2020, a lot of election conspiracy theories, but from the left this time, and they're based on really lame stuff. It's like, there was this single small precinct in New York where Harris got no votes. The only way this could happen is if Elon Musk changed the votes. And also, while he was changing the votes, forgot to make the votes changed so that Trump would win New York. Because, Harris won in a landslide. So the point is, Trump changed the votes in New York, but didn't change them to make him victorious. And our evidence on this is that Harris lost didn't get any votes in a county that only had, or in a precinct that only had like 500 votes. And no, I don't fucking buy that. Oh God, that's like just stupid bull. I don't like conspiracies. I like things that are backed up by evidence. And I'm seeing so much left just going into conspiracies and believing anything if it is negative of Trump, regardless of the evidence to support it. And this kind of worries me. I don't want to see the left transform into, because like, the right has been destroyed by conspiracy theories. It's made them all into fucking fascists. Conspiracy theories have torn the right apart, turned it into madness, and I'm worried that is happening with the left now, just because Trump is so untrustworthy that people will believe anything as long as it's critical of Trump, even if it's really fucking stupid, even if it has no evidence to support it. I don't want the left to just become a bunch of conspiratorial bullshit. And honestly, I've seen... Ooh, Sunstone. I'll take that. I'm going to add Dugong to the team, I think. I've seen, like... Why do they do this thing in Pokemon like that? Oh, it's not your PC, it's someone else's PC. Why? Why does this have to be separate tabs? I don't get this. This doesn't make sense to me. But whatever. Here's like another thing about the left becoming so conspiratorial. Like, it is anyone that's questioning the groupthink about Epstein and conspiracy theories is an enemy who must be met with absolute hatred. Like, I've seen Stephen King has gotten himself in trouble with this. Because, like, let me do the timeline for you, just to remind you. In 2019, Epstein gets arrested, and then a month later he dies because they had to assassinate him to keep him from spilling his secrets, which is why they waited a month. Like, any moment he could have gone to the public, so they sat on their ass and didn't kill him for a month. I've got a whole fucking rant about why I don't buy the Epstein death conspiracy theories, but I don't have time for that. But after he died, the right began saying, we need to have the Little Black Book. We need to have his address book and his contacts released, because that will show us all of the Democrats who are pedophiles. And then the Little Black Book got released. We got his contact book, and the right didn't care. They stopped giving a shit about that, and they changed goalposts, and they said, contact book, who cares about the contact book? What we really need is the flight logs. We need to know who flew on those planes, because that will tell us definitively who is a pedophile. And then the flight logs got released. And they didn't give a shit, and they moved goalposts, because now it's not the flight logs. Now what we need is the client list, the secret list of people that Epstein sold children to be raped to, and we just need you to give us that client list that has written at the top, these are the Democrats who are pedophiles. Just release the list that says at the top, these are the Democrats who are pedophiles. And then, when, last fall they win, why didn't you attack? I fucking just this random ass. This is the worst battle, mode, by the way. So the right wins. Donald Trump's people get in power, and then in February, Pam Bondi, our new Attorney General, says, there is a list of Democrats who are pedophiles. I am definitely going to release it. I haven't read it, but I know it's in the files. I am going to release this list that definitely exists. And then, a couple weeks ago, she says, turns out I can't release the secret list of all the Democrats that are pedophiles because it doesn't exist. And what was the response at that point, after all the goalpost shifting and how this was just the existence of the list was a thing the fucking right made up? What was the response when Pam Bondi says, I can't release the secret list of all the Democrats who are pedophiles because it's a thing I made up? The response was, oh God, it exists and they're covering it up, because you can't trust anything Pam Bondi says, which is why we know she was telling the truth in February when she said something that I want to be true, and is lying now. You can't trust her, which is why you know that she's telling the truth when she says that there is a secret list of Democrats who are pedophiles. And I'm like, or maybe it doesn't fucking exist. My view on whether or not there's a list has nothing to do with, Pam Bondi, because I don't fucking trust Pam Bondi. Why are the evidence there is a list? Because I don't think it fucking exists. Because, if you're fucking Epstein, are you gonna, write out, these are all the crimes I committed on these specific dates with these people? Because remember, any fucking Epstein list, any, list, these are all of my pedophile friends, that could be used to convict Epstein. And he knew for years that things were closing in that was likely that he would go to jail, I think if he did keep a list, he fucking burned it. But the point is, I don't have any reason to believe there's a fucking list. Least of all, Pam Bondi, saying there was. But, no, people are no, Pam Bondi said there's a list, and now everyone thinks there's a fucking list because she said there isn't. And, of course, the corollary is, if there is a secret list of Democrats that are pedophiles, then the Biden administration would have had to cover it up for years. So now people are like, oh my God, this goes to the top. The Democrats are covering up the list too. And the evidence for this is that Pam Bondi said that the Democrats are a bunch of pedophiles and are covering that fact up. Our only evidence of this is that Pam Bondi said it was, and Pam Bondi is a liar, which is how we know it's true. And what? What the fuck are we doing? What? I hate this fucking battle mode so much. This is so poorly designed. It doesn't count in Nuzlocke rules because I'm not playing Pokemon right now. I'm tapping the A button. This is so bad. And, I don't think that the Democrat Party covered up a secret list of pedophiles. And my evidence is they just fucking voted to release it. To be clear, the members of the House of Representatives don't know if this thing exists or not. They're just voting because they think it exists. But no, I don't think, based on the evidence that we have, that the Democrats covered up a secret list of Democrats that are pedophiles. And if your only evidence for this is, the Republicans said that their enemies are pedophiles, so they're pedophiles. No! Just no. I'm going to give you experience share because it will be useful against Flannery. Anyway, I start with saying Stephen King. Stephen King tweeted out, there is no list. And now, what was the response for this? Was it, you know what, Steve, I think you might be right that the Republican Party were lying when they said there was a secret list of Democrats who are pedophiles. I think you're right. No, the response was, my God, Stephen King is a pedophile. The only reason Stephen King would distrust the Trump administration is if he's a child molester. He's on this list. Lock him up. Lock Stephen King up. immediately. I've seen hundreds of people say this about Stephen King, that he is a child molester because he doesn't believe the Trump administration when they say that there's a secret list of Democrats who are pedophiles. And, like, what the fuck are we doing? The conspiracy theories on the left has made them just believe anything the fucking Trump administration, that you're so distrustful of Trump that you believe anything Trump says. What the hell? No, I don't think Stephen King is a pedophile, and I certainly don't think he's a pedophile because, well, he said that Pam Bondi was lying. Like, what the... And the other evidence people have is like, oh yeah, well, I've got the secret thing that no one's ever observed before, is that there was an orgy scene in It. Like, Stephen King was very clever. He almost got away with it, but then he, 40 years ago, included an orgy scene in the novel It. If only he had been smart enough to not include that, then we would have no clue that he was secretly a pedophile. But, he wrote a thing that involved children. And honestly, that's a fucking gross-ass scene. I don't think it's a good scene, but I'm rambling, but no, I don't think Stephen King is on the Epstein list. I don't think there is an Epstein list. And if your only argument is, well, if it doesn't exist, then why did Pam Bondi say it is? Because Pam Bondi is a fucking liar. This fall, I'm giving a full, more articulate rant about this, but, you're getting the gist of it here. And Tabitha's a lame boss who I'm kicking the ass of. Okay. And Flannery is going to be real tough, I think. Anyway, you're going to explode the volcano and kill everyone, as opposed to Team Aqua's plan, which is the much smarter plan of, we're going to turn off the volcano so it becomes like a lake. Like, what the fuck was Team Aqua on about in that game? Okay. Am I playing with fire by not healing? Yes, but I feel exhilarated. I feel energized, like, doing this. Like, come on, hit me with your best shot, fuckface. Okay. And I've not been talking about gameplay because I've just been ranting about Epstein conspiracy theory, but... actually, hold on. You have sand. Camerupt has Sandstorm. That fucks Flannery over because her strategy is to set up Sunny Day and then have her Torkoal come out. But the Camerupt's gonna switch it to Sand so we don't get those sun-boosted overheats that kill everything. Oh, this'll be good. I'm excited. But we'll deal with Flannery next time on this Nuzlocke. And the point of all of this is I'm really, really worried about the left.